Hello, good morning. I'm just out on a walk on a beautiful day with little man in the morning. And I wanted to basically tell a story and illustrate a principle that I'm feeling really heavy right now because I always forget it and then I get stressed out. So if you ever have a lot of things on your plate and you're busy and stressed and you get in a funk, here's a tool that you can use to get out of it. So first off, years ago, I was at a presentation at the University of Utah by a professor, or actually a guest speaker who was the CTO at this company in Salt Lake. And he shared with us a strategy framework, and it was really interesting. And I went up to him afterwards and asked if I could visit with him someday. So I set up a meeting, went to his office, and he was talking to me about systems and management and so on. And one of the things that really stuck was he talked to me about management, and he said, when you're managing people, you need to, and he drew a box on his whiteboard. He said, you need to define what they need to do, not how they need to do it. And I thought that was really interesting, and it's really pertinent as you get busier and busier, because a lot of times we get working on all of our projects, and if we work on teams, or if we have teams of employees that we can manage, we get stuck thinking about how the projects are going to get done, and and it's really hard to figure out how to do something, but that's where human capital comes in. That's where other people can really help. So we need to, as leaders, we need to be focused on what needs to be done. And if we involve ourselves constantly in the weeds of how to do it, we're gonna get paralyzed. So what we need to do is spend a lot more time on what needs to be done. So for me, for example, that means that, and that's what I've done this morning, is I made a big list of all the things that needed to be done, but these are more the bigger whats. The bigger what needs to be done. Fix this problem. I'm not thinking about solutions, and I get really tempted to jump to the solution and to start to work on that solution, but if you go there too soon, you never get a clear list of all of the whats are on your plate, because you keep jumping to fixing all the little things with the how. So think about that. Are you spending too much time figuring out how to solve things instead of first really clearly defining what it is that you want to change? Because if you jump too soon to the hows, then you're going to leave a lot of problems that are still yet to be defined and are loops that aren't done, and you will leverage and delegate to others less than you need to. So that is my thought from today as the sun comes up over the mountain. So I hope you find that helpful, and I'd love to hear what other things you do for just to clear your mind. So making lists always helps me, and today specifically making a list around what it is that I need to solve, and then next step will be, who am I going to get to solve it so they can dig into the how. Have a good one.